All right. Hey, so Jennifer and I, are so excited you are all here for our first ever Start Strong training camp. That was Jen's idea. I love the name training camp. We have a lot of boot camps. We wanted to rename it to training camp. Like I said earlier, there's going to be something for everyone, and I think you guys will be really thrilled with what we put together. Just wanted to give you guys some tools to get started fast, and for those of you that have been around, maybe some tools to get restarted. First of all, before we move any further, I wanna do this by show of hands, and I'm making some assumptions here. But how many here are excited to move up the marketing plan? How many of you are here because you want to move up the marketing plan? You want to make some money. You want to help people get healthy. By show of hands, are we all on the same page? Because even if you don't want to make money and you want to help people, you can, yeah, I see you, Mary, awesome. You can give that money away. So by the virtue of how much money you make is how many people you're helping. So either way, it's a win-win situation for all of us. And I want to give you the 3 success ingredients that are going to make that happen for you and help it happen faster than if you don't have these success ingredients. The first one is to be teachable and coachable. You can do it the hard way, or you can decide that maybe we know what we're talking about. All of you, I'm sure, have had success in other industries. I came from high tech. Jennifer came from a firefighter / paramedic industry. Had huge success, but we would both agree this is way different than where we came from. And so hang in there with us. Give us a chance to teach you what we've learned so far in moving up the marketing plan. We've both had success, and then you can take off and go gangbusters from there. But you'll find that if you follow the system and you use the tools and stuff that we have, that it's just much easier. So number 1 success ingredients, hi Nora, I'm glad you're here, is to be teachable and coachable. Number 2 is to have a burning desire. We can't want this more than you want it for yourself. And so if you want to move up the marketing plan, if you want to help people get healthy, if you want to make money, the fastest way to do that is to, understand your why. When we talk about that in a little bit, but have that burning desire to move fast up the marketing plan. And then finally, number 3 is willing to show up and do the work, be an activity. So bottom line is, again, you can't tell us what your goals are and, tell us that you want it, and then you don't show up to activity, or you don't show up to those key events like, maybe it's trainings, our team call, maybe it's boot camp, maybe getting yourself to conference. All of those things are really, really important. You need to pick and choose, but you need to show up, but then also you need to come home and do something with it, right? Be an activity. And so we really want to encourage you to think about those 3 success ingredients when wanting to move up the marketing plan. I want to show a quick video. It's about 2 or 3 minute video by Lauren Slocum that really spoke to me as far as why I do what I do. So give me just a second here to share the screen. Show windows. I'm going to do it here. Whoa, stop, wrong video. Try this again. Wish we could do this ahead of time, but we can't. You have to do it on the fly. So we'll try this again. Okay, here we go, guys.
6.5 years ago, my friend Jeff Roberti invited me to a Juice Plus conference. He said to me, Lauren, just come to see what it's all about. And if you're not interested, you can at least say that you gave it a strong no. What if I had said no to Jeff like I had for 17 years? What if? What if I hadn't called my friend Amanda, who was diagnosed with lupus at 26 years old? What if I hadn't have read Nikki's post on Facebook about her taking her daughter Aurora again to the hospital? Aurora has spinal muscular atrophy, the #1 genetic killer of kids under the age of 3. What if I hadn't told Nancy we'd had several miscarriages? What if we hadn't contacted Luke, whose daughter Faith had open heart surgery at the age of 8? What if I hadn't picked up the phone so many times to call the people that I love from around the world and offer them this opportunity to be a part of this business? What if I had decided that, oh, they're going to say no? I just kept asking myself, what if we could work with a company that always had our back and supported us to be successful? What if we could work every day with the people that we love the most, no matter where in the world that they are? What if we had the power to shape our lives and our own destinies, to spend more time with our family and friends, and make money and have fun doing it? What if we could change people's lives and their health for the better globally? What if we could make that kind of difference? Thank you to all of my incredible team for your hard work over these past 6.5 years and so many unforgettable, fabulous moments that we've created together. My sideline support and friends, thank you for everything. We will never have to wonder what if, because we do it together every single day. Just one. It's true. The best is yet to come.
Okay, I hope you found that inspiring, because I often ask myself, what if? There's been a lot of really great success stories in my career, and as you all move forward up the marketing plan, you'll feel the same way. We're next going to talk about your story, and starting with why. And I want you all to know that your story is the most powerful tool in growing your business. And I wanted to have Jennifer jump on and talk a little bit about how her story's been really instrumental in helping her move up the marketing plan. If you haven't worked on your story yet, I know all of you know about www.thefreedomrevolution.com, right? If you don't know about that, make sure you write that link down. That is the tools that we have to get started in our business, to get a fast start in our business. And there is an actual section there on how to write your story, how to create your story. Make sure that if you haven't done that already, that you take time to do that and get with the person that invited you to the call today to go over that story, because again, it's going to be a powerful tool as you move up the marketing plan. But Jen, go ahead and share a little bit about how you've used your story and maybe a couple of nuggets from Dr. Kim Dalzell's training that you went to.
Awesome. Yes. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. First of all, I want to say that my story is constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. My biggest story obviously goes back to my son, but there's many other stories, and it's so important to have these stories down so that when you can talk to somebody in the fly of just winging it, just out in the middle of nowhere, you start talking to somebody and boom, there's your story. It needs to be short. It needs to be concise. It needs to be relatable. You need to show the vision of what you're doing or why you're so passionate about this. And then you build trust with people by being vulnerable and opening up your story and what, your pain points. It's very important when you're writing your story to think about the pain points, the things that really affect you deep in your heart, that really make you, the reason that you said yes to the product, because you want to heal this, you want to do that, what have you seen so far, your pain points. Your story should be a max of 2 minutes long, so it's got to be really, really short. And then the main key for a story is for it to just be, it's not for you, but it's for them. It's what they need to hear. So try to keep out all the major details. Just keep it very short and concise and get to the point, those pain points, because that's what's going to be relatable to them. Those are just some of the tidbits from the training that I got with Dr. Kim Dalzell. It was a pretty amazing training, but it was an hour and a half long. So those are just some of the standout points there.
Okay, thanks, Jen. And while you're chatting about your story, as important in this business to have a story and be able to share that story is sharing your why. Because if you don't have a why for why you're doing this, then it's not going to make you want to get up in the morning and get it done, because we're our own bosses, right? And Jennifer, I love your why, and so I'm going to have you share that before we move on. Again, there is an exercise that we can go through with you, and maybe at some point we can do that to walk you through how to find your why. Why are you doing that? But Jen's always makes me almost want to cry, and they always say your why should make you cry, and that's probably not going to happen for most of you up front. Jennifer has a unique story. So Jennifer, what's your why? Why did you say yes to the mission here at Juice Plus? Okay, well, again, yes, your why has to hit deep down on those heartstrings. So it can't be, just, I want a bigger house, or I want a nicer car. That's not gonna, if that never happens, your heart's not gonna ache for that. My why is because, I lost my career as a firefighter from a career-ending injury. I lost my community. I lost my purpose, and I lost my passion in life. Sorry. My why makes me cry, So I was left searching for, just a place in a community where I belonged, where I had a sense of purpose. I've always had a passion of helping people. I have my why on my board, so I have to look up at it. My why gives me, my why is to have a purpose, to be able to make a difference, to feel wanted and needed, and to have a community. That's my why. And you suppose that makes her get up in the morning and do what she does? Absolutely. Absolutely. Right. So again, your story, your why, if you haven't spent some time on those, I encourage you to do that. And again, get with the person that invited you to the call today to spend some more time on that. The next thing we're going to talk about is your memory jogger, or your list. One of the very first things, along with your story and your why, that you're going to want to work on is your memory jogger. We want to, start right away with listing, even if it's 20, 30, 40 people, you don't have to know a gazillion people, because what's going to happen is they're going to know people who they're going to know people, and they're going to know people. So really what we're wanting you to do is start out at least with your warm market. If not, if you can think of your cold market, we've got your warm market, your cool market, and probably your cold market, or we refer to them as, we label them as red, yellow, and green, and use the stoplight system. And let's go ahead. I'm going to share my screen again and go over. Again, this is on the Freedom Revolution. TheFreedomRevolution.com is actually some training on how to set up your memory jogger or your list, and it talks about each of these. So let me just pop over there very quickly. I hope very quickly. This is kind of cumbersome how we do this, but let's see here.
And Leanna, can I say something real quick while you're pulling that up?
Mm-hmm.
Your memory jogger, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I'm constantly updating it. I'm constantly, I'm always starting over. Okay, here's my list of 10 people that I need to work with right now. So it's always evolving, just like your story. So even if you've already made your memory jogger once, do it again. Start over.
Yes, and it's a living, breathing document. Like she said, you know, it's nonstop. Who can I? Here we go. Who can I think of to add to this memory jogger? So again, if you don't know how to get to the tools in the Freedom Revolution, once you get to the Freedom Revolution, in the lower right-hand corner is this little wheel cog. If you click on that and you type in the password revolution, which mine is automatically went in there because I have already entered it in, it brings you to the tools. And there's something called the starter guide. Download the starter guide. I downloaded that and printed that, and I know, Jen, you did too, and we used that to write notes on when we went through each of the training, each of the videos. But about the second or third page here, it starts talking about making your memory jogger, making your list. And it talks about the red and yellow and green relationships. And as a brand new person, we encourage you to start with the green relationships. But we want everybody on that memory jogger. You're going to see in the next page here, in that first column, you're going to, you can either write red, yellow, and green, or you can get a fun marker and do this however you want to do this, but you're going to categorize each of them after you put them on your memory jogger. There's lots of different tools, by the way, for memory joggers. This is just the one they use in the freedomrevolution.com, so it's a great place to start. But once you've identified each of those relationships, then get with your upline and they can help you walk through next steps with each of those people. And again, we like to start with the green relationships because they're our friends and family, and hopefully they're going to love us, and they don't care if we make mistakes, and you can, you know, just put it out there and say, I'm new, and we'll teach you the verbiage to say all that. But it's a great place to start. We also have something called Teamsy that we're going to be talking about throughout this training the next 4 weeks. I wanted to also mention that Teamsy is a great place to keep track of all these relationships and enter all of these people that you want to put on your memory jogger. There is a cost to doing business with Teamsy, and it makes sense to probably, as you maybe get to VF and heading towards sales coordinator, the sooner you're better if you're going to use Teamsy to get it started, because otherwise you have to go back and re-enter some things. But both Jennifer and I are using Teamsy. We absolutely love it. Kay, I think you also are now on Teamsy. I don't know if there's anybody else on this call, but anyway, that's another place you can keep track of your memory joggers. Anything else you wanted to share there, Jen?
Not yet.
Okay.
Later on, I can.
Okay. So again, very important that you always have an active memory jogger, and that's, you know, when you sit down to do your daily method of operation, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, important to have that list to go off of. The next thing we're going to talk about this afternoon is how we share Juice Plus. There's several different ways we share Juice Plus, and the first way that we're going to talk about, and the way we most often share Juice Plus, is one-on-one, using either texting, Facebook messaging, email occasionally, but not typically, most of the time, or picking up the phone, see somebody in a grocery store or whatever. And we form a relationship. In this business, relationships aren't something, they're everything, but we start a conversation, we teach you how to do that, and then ultimately we ask permission to share a video. And one of the best places to get those videos, again, going back to the freedomrevolution.com, on the top, it's such a pain to get there, I guess I can go back there, but basically if you look in the top part of the screen, there's a menu and it says videos. Maybe I'll just pop over there quick if I can make it happen quickly here. Yeah, I guess I can. On the very top of your screen, hold on here. You'll see something called videos. If you click into videos, first of all, I hope that you've all been here and you've watched all these videos. That's how I learned how to talk the talk and ultimately walk the walk and be a product of the product, is by watching all these videos and learning from these videos. That gave me the verbiage and and the knowledge and so forth. But always remember that we are the messenger, we're not the message. Let these videos do the talking. But if you go in here and you see down below here, there is a Vimeo link. That's what you want to highlight and copy and paste ultimately in those conversations that you're having via text or Facebook Messenger. And why go here versus someplace else? There's a whole channel. If you go out to YouTube, Juice Plus has an entire channel of videos, and there's, I don't know, probably hundreds of product videos. One of the reasons to take them from here is because when they go to Vimeo, they just get the video. When you go to Facebook and give them a link when you go to YouTube and give them a YouTube link, there's also, you'll notice on the bottom right-hand corner, then it'll bring up all these other videos, and sometimes they're not very nice. It's bashing Juice Plus, bashing our business model, that type of thing. So you want to be careful when you send people videos that you don't send them down a rabbit hole of some other things that aren't true, because you can say anything on the internet and nobody's policing it or paying attention. So that's one of the reasons I like to use this area to get my videos. Another way we share Juice Plus is events in our home. Jen, do you want to talk about this one since you're kind of the queen of events? Or
I love doing events. Events is how I've built my business. I just feel like it's easier to get people to an event where you can connect face to face and, talk to them a little bit more and build that trust. There's a list of events in the Getting Started guide. And so there's lots of different events. The most popular events for me are the smoothie prep and the salad in a jar party. Because I feel like there's value in that. People can feel like they're coming to an event where they're actually, they're making something and taking something home, and they're not coming just to buy a product, because I don't want them to feel like I'm just trying to lure them in to sell them something. So I really like those two events.
And we are going to, in one of the latter trainings, talk about how to invite to events, because I want you guys to also recognize that events are key to your business, and there's a lot of different types of events. Ones in our home event can actually be a coffee. You invite somebody out for coffee, that's an event, right? So we can describe events in all different ways. But what I wanted to make a point here is that when you host these events at your home, make sure that you do a really great job at inviting. Because if you put all that work into the event and nobody shows up, I do often say, however, that really, we are not, believe it or not, our goal isn't to get people to our events. Our goal is to have a conversation about Juice Plus. And so when someone says no, that's perfect. Say, well, does this interest you? Do you have an interest in this area? And hopefully you've already asked enough questions to know that, to say, I know you're interested in health and wellness. Would you be open to me sending a link to you to find out more about what I'm up to? Right? So really creating these events and inviting to these events opens up a way for you to have a conversation with that person. So that's really what we're up to there. There's lots of great resources, flyers, types of events, bootable events, wine and wellness, smoothie parties, healthy happy hours. We've just got a million ideas. So when you get to that point and want to get those resources, again, get with the person that invited you here, and we can share all of that with you. The next way we like to share Juice Plus is by inviting them to professional speaker events, lectures. In Colorado Springs here, about 3 times a year, we have, doctors, RD, Dr. Kim Dalzell, who is a registered dietitian, spoke, I think in November. We have nurses, all kinds of different health professionals will speak on different topics on their passion. And so it's a way, you get to invite them for free. We usually pay $10 or $15. And so for those of you that are not located in the Springs area, we'll try to help you find out if there is events in your area to be able to invite people to. But what a building in your belief type of experience, whether they're already a customer or if they're just a prospect. That is some of the best free resources we get as Juice Plus reps. It's just, I learned just a ton at those events. Jennifer, you remind me the other day of something that Kim Dalzell shared with us, and we won't take time here, but it was an amazing factoid when it comes to cancer and soy.
It is. and it builds my belief in it, and then I have that knowledge that I can share with other people. That's why it's so important to show up, come to these events, make arrangements, and come. You're going to learn so much useful information at these events.
Absolutely. It's not just for your customers. If you would show that, or if you would share that factoid in our group, because that was a belief in the soy and cancer. That was an amazing one. So I want you to share that in our Facebook group, if you would, please.
Sure.
Another way we share Juice Plus is by Facebook events. If you haven't been to one or hosted one, they've died down just a little bit, but there's Facebook Live events right within a group or an event. There's all kinds of ways to do that. If that's your thing, we will help you find a way to do that. There's all kinds of scripts and ideas out there for Facebook events. If you've got people that you love and care about all over the country aren't local, that's maybe a nice way to be able to do that. We also do something called Freedom Revolution calls to kick off your businesses, and that's through a Zoom event. And then finally, the last way we share Juice Plus is through our programs. Don't ever forget that the programs that we offer are so valuable, and that's what am I talking about? First of all, I'm talking about the Family Health Study. To be able to tell a mom that she can get Juice Plus for 2 for the price of 1, what an amazing tool we have there to offer their child free Juice Plus if they take Juice Plus. I also like to use the Family Health Study and call it a college health study, a college program. Remember, college students can get Juice Plus for free, so you can sign up one college student, they can sponsor another college student, and they can split the cost. So if you're working with college students, how fun is that? Or they can have their parents sponsor, but if they don't want to get their parents involved, if you want to just work with them, have one college student sponsor the other. They can do that. The other program that has been so successful and what's built my business faster than anything is the Shred 10 program. Because what happens, number one, when they try the Shred 10 program, they receive faster results. Juice Plus receives similar results just in and of itself, just by the fact that it's a great product and they're getting all that nutrition in their body, but it takes time. It's fruits and vegetables, you guys. But they add a few lifestyle changes like getting rid of dairy, getting rid of gluten, getting rid of sugar, and doing this for 10 days, exercise a little more, getting some rest. Oh my gosh. I mean, people are just blown away by their results. And so using those 2 programs with your business is a game changer. Jen, anything I missed?
No, that's great. I think that for the Family Health Study and the Shred 10, maybe we should talk a little bit about the 2 websites that they could use to share those 2 events.
Yeah,
in the Voxer group that they can look at them later.
Resources in the Voxer. Those are kind of 2 big topics. You're right, though. If you guys haven't heard much about either of those, we probably need to. Jen and I will be putting some resources about how to get started on being a Shred 10 coach. If you haven't had a chance to talk with your sponsor about that, we do need to share some of that with you as well. We've got a Shred 10 coming up next Monday, the first Monday in May 6th. Even if you don't have somebody that's participating in the Shred 10, I encourage you to jump in and do it yourself and get in that group and see what we're up to. Again, it's been just a huge game changer for me in building my business fast.
Yeah, and I think it's essential that you do it in order to guide other people in it. If they see you having some successful changes in your health and your wellness, then they're going to be like, oh, what are you doing? I want to do that. I want to try that. But if you're not willing to do it and try it, nobody else is going to either.
And that goes a great point. That goes back to my point about you have to be a product of the product, and that means the programs too. You have to use the programs in order to be able to tell people how fantastic they are. So good point. We'll get more information for you guys in the Facebook group. The next topic we want to talk about today, and we're running out of time here, we'll try to close up in the next 5 minutes or so, is the daily method of operation. We call it the DMO. And again, very, very important that you have a DMO, because if you don't touch your business at least a little bit every day, you get rusty. If you're not talking the talk every day, if you're not working on this stuff every day and getting in there and doing some things with your business, consistency is the key. Touching your business a little bit every day, or at least 5 or 6 days a week. And we've got a couple of different DMOs we want to share with you. I'm going to bring up the form, and I'm going to let Jennifer talk off of this form. The first one you're going to find, well, we actually put a copy of this form in the Voxer group. So you can go out to the Voxer group and grab that form. But let's go out and get this here again, share. And no, okay. See if it's right there. Nope. This is crazy how this works, you guys. Sorry, this is so cumbersome here. Share. Well, go ahead and talk about, while I bring it up here, Jen, go ahead and talk about the DMO if you want.
The one that you shared in the Voxer group?
That's the one I'm trying to bring up.
I've got it on my screen here in the Voxer group. So this is a DMO that is available for us to use, a 2x2x2x2. And what that means is each day of the week, and it's giving you 7 days a week. So at the top, it has the week of, so you can label the week of, so you know what week you're on. And then every day, contact 2 new people. Follow up with 2 people that you've talked to the previous day. 2 customers, contact 2 customers that you've been working on or work on trying to get 2 new customers. 2 team members, once you start getting a team and customers, contacting them. And then down at the bottom, it shows you events, promote an event. So every day, try to invite somebody to an event. There are, like Leanna said, there are events always going on. We have events every Monday, every Tuesday, every month. There's tons of events. So just connect with the person that invited you here, find out what events you can use to invite you, and invite somebody to it. And if they can't come, oh, no worries. Are you interested in this kind of stuff? I'll let you know when the next one is if you're interested. 3-way Zoom calls, social media posts. This just keeps track. This helps you keep on track and be consistent on doing something every single day. If you can check those boxes or make notes every day, you're going to create good habits that are going to help you move up the marketing plan.
Perfect. And we wear many hats when we are in direct marketing. We're business owners, and so we have to keep all those balls in the air to keep things moving. And so this just kind of gives you a way of just being consistent in all areas. Am I talking to new people? Am I in my activity to talk to prospects? Am I following up with them? Am I doing good customer care? The fortunes in the follow-up. Dr. Mitra Ray says, what does she say? You don't get a customer when they order the product. You truly get a customer when they order it for the second time. That's when you have a customer. Great customer care is amazing. Fortunes in the follow-up. So you want to make sure that you're following up with those customers. And then, of course, if you have team member, making sure that you're reaching out and supporting your team members. So to keep all those balls in the air, we call it the 2x2x2x2, and it's a way to keep it all going. The other way that we want to share with you, along with those activities in the bottom that Jen talked, but the other way we want to quickly share with you is how we do our daily method of operation using Teamzy. And it's called the Power Hour. And I want Jen to just spend the last minute or 2 talking a little bit about the Power Hour and Teamzy and what it's done for her business.
Okay, so I'm going to be honest. When I first did the free 30-day trial, because Teamzy offers a 30-day free trial, I didn't really know how to use it. And I tried, but it felt like it was too much work. I was doing extra work logging in both places. So I just decided to do the Teamzy Bootcamp, and I learned in the, actually week 1 is called Unleash Your Inner Power Hour. Honestly, it was a simple way, and it's really not even a full hour. I think it was maybe 20 or 30 minutes of my time, and it was a simple way. It taught me how to connect with 10, 15, 20 people in a matter of 20 minutes, and all I did was send them a script. I copied and paste, and I started 20 different conversations with different people that I haven't talked to in a long time. So it was it was great. And then I logged my contact, and I, created follow-ups, and I, kept me on track with checking with my customers and my team members. And it was a much more organized way of doing my DMO. And I love it. Love it. Absolutely love it.
So this might not be something that you want to do right away with your warm market. I think, like Jennifer identified, this is more towards cool and cold, although it works great with warm market as well. As you head towards that VF or sales coordinator position and beyond, I think you're going to want to take a look at it. It's been just a fantastic way to get organized and you want to get in and get out. You want to feel like you have bookends on your day. And this is a way to just get your work done and move on for the day. And I saw what Jennifer has done for Jennifer. I've dabbled in a little bit. I have Teamsy. I tried to do the boot camp. I'm going to participate this next time. And Darcy, you also have Teamsy. I think I forgot to mention you as well. So we're excited for those of you that are going to try it with us, and we'll keep you posted on how it's working for us. Okay, you guys, one last thing, and I'll let you go for the day. We have homework assignment. Next time, I want you to listen to the video called How to Get Customers. What we do in this business is we get customers, and then we learn how to keep customers, what good follow-up, and then we teach other people to get customers. That's what we do. So we're going to ask you to listen to, it's about a 25-minute video and just great verbiage. You're going to want to take a million notes. Even I took a million notes. And we're going to talk about that along with some other topics next time. We'll be in touch about that. We'll communicate through our Voxer group. And I'm going to take this off recording so we can say goodbye.